And Michael Steele, GOP Chairman Michael Steele, who we mentioned last week, is in more and more trouble with the GOP, especially after he came up with his own plan for senior citizens' health care. What does he think of Olympia Snow voting with the Democrats in this finance committee panel? Here's what he had to say.
Hey, I'm disappointed in the vote. I think that, as well as I, that Republicans very much want reform, healthcare reform for this country. We don't believe this is the kind of healthcare reform that's going to be in the best interest of the country. So work with us to help us get the Democrats on the right page here.
Well, Michael Steele certainly getting in line after he was reamed out by the Republican Party for coming up with his own ideas and deciding to just present plans that he's developed on his own by himself. Well, Joe Lieberman says no public option. Whatever happened to Joe Lieberman? It seems ever since he had his big switch from Democrat to independent, number one, I think his profile has decreased a lot. I don't know that it's been politically beneficial. Yes, he did stay a senator after losing the Democratic primary in Connecticut and then switching to independent, getting on that final ballot and being elected. He is still a senator. I think his profile has decreased significantly. No surprise that he is against the public option.
Yeah, I'm against it because I think two reasons. One is I'm fearful that at a time when we're spending much too much money here in Washington and going much too deeply in debt, that a public option on health care, no matter how you structure it, will end up costing the taxpayers money. Secondly, we don't need it. There's more than 350 companies, maybe more than that, selling health insurance. There's going to be a lot of competition for health insurance once universal health insurance comes. And the third, and probably the most important, the votes are not there for a public health plan, government-run option. And this can stand in the way of a historic achievement for President Obama and Congress and the American people, which is really to establish a universal access to quality, affordable health care.
The historic achievement of Barack Obama could clearly be a complete political disaster with 60 votes and in the Senate and overwhelming support from the public for a public option, not having one. That is the historic achievement that Barack Obama seems to be on target for right now. And we'll see whether that changes. A 4-month-old baby has been turned down for health insurance because he's simply too fat. Alex Lang is a chubby, dimpled, healthy, and happy 4-month-old. But in the cold, calculating numbered charts of insurance companies, he's fat. That's why he's being turned down for health insurance, and that's why he is a weighty symbol of a problem in the healthcare reform debate, says an article about our friend Alex Lang. Insurance companies, obviously, Lewis, can turn people down with pre-existing conditions who aren't covered in a group healthcare plan. Alex's pre-existing condition, obesity, makes him a financial risk. By the numbers, Alex is in the 99th percentile for height and weight for babies his age. Insurers don't take babies above the 95th percentile, no matter how healthy they are otherwise. His dad said, I could understand if we would control what he was eating, but he's 4 months old. He's just breastfeeding. We can't put him on the Atkins diet or on a treadmill. There's just something absurd about denying an infant. Your baby is too fat, the woman from the insurance told me. His pediatrician never mentioned any weight concerns about the baby they're calling their happy little monkey. At birth, Alex weighed a normal 8.25 pounds on a diet of breast milk. His weight more than doubled. He's a baby. He's growing. He now weighs about 17 pounds and is about 25 inches long. Unbelievable.
I know. What? Like you're going to have to perform an angioplasty on an infant?
Should he be on a
heart
treadmill?
Surgery? What are you going to do? Well, I was a chubby baby. Look at me now. You know, I'm a twig.
Rocky Mountain Health Plans is a Colorado health insurer. They announced in a press release just recently they will cover heavy babies after a story revealed that they were denying coverage to healthy babies who weighed, to this particularly healthy baby who weighed 17 pounds. This is their quote. A recent situation in which we denied coverage to a heavy yet healthy infant brought to our attention a flaw in our underwriting system for approving infants. This is the president of the company. We have changed our policy, corrected our guidelines, and are working to notify the parents that the infant will be covered.
Why do infants need approval? That's what I want to know.
I don't get it. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. We don't know the specific situation here. So they were switching insurance. So presumably you give them the names of everybody who's going to be on there. And it just seems if you have a baby, the baby's going to be covered. I guess not. But they are changing. This is exactly another example, Louis. The last thing this family needs with a 4-month-old baby is to be dealing with their insurer because the baby has been gaining weight from breast milk. It's absolutely this is the exact type of time waster. These people could be focusing on spending time with family. They could be furthering their careers. They're probably busy enough with this 4-month-old kid. No. Instead, they have to deal with being denied coverage for a baby who has consumed nothing but breast milk for the 4 months he's been alive. It makes no sense to me.
And I'm confident if this story never went public,
they would not have been covered.
Right.
Absolutely.